Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Tajweed workshop series. Today we will continue with lesson number 2. If you're new here, don't forget to check out the videos linked somewhere above. Today we will learn Qalqalah, the echoing sound. As always, the lesson will start with theory, then we will follow that up with practical application, and then we will recap what we've learned in this lesson. I hope this video will be a good supplementary video for you. So without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Lesson number 2. Qalqalah. We start with the theory. Qalqalah is a bouncing sound, and the 5 letters of Qalqalah are Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim and Dal. And the scholars have put them together in the phrase Qutbu Jaddin. So if you remember the phrase Qutbu Jaddin, Qutbu Jaddin, Qutbu Jaddin, then you can easily remember the 5 letters of Qalqalah. Qutbu Jaddin, Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim, Dal. There are 3 levels of Qalqalah: small, Sughra, medium, Wusta, and large, Kubra. So small is a small bouncing sound, medium is a medium bouncing sound, and large is a strong bouncing sound. So the small Qalqalah comes within a word, the medium Qalqalah comes at the end of a word, and the strong Qalqalah comes at the end of the word when the last letter has a shadda on it. Remember, we covered that shadda is the little W mark. Note, Qalqalah is only pronounced when the letter is sakina, when the Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim or Dal, one of the Qutbu Jaddin letters, have a sukoon on them, when they are sakina, either due to stopping on that letter or because the letter has a sukoon on it. And just to remind you, in case you forgot, shadda is the W, and the sukoon usually looks something like this. It's either a little apostrophe, an upside down triangle, or just the absence of a haraka. So if a letter has no fatha, no dhamma, no kasra, no tanween, then it is sakina. So let's look at the application now. We'll start on the right with small Qalqalah. This is a small bounce. As I mentioned, it comes within a word. So here we have a Dal, which is one of the 5 Qalqalah letters. Qutbu Jaddin, Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim, Dal. Here we have a Dal. Remember, the Qalqalah letters are Qutbu Jaddin, Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim, Dal. So we won't read this first example as Sadrak. We will read it as Sadrak. D. Can you hear it? There's a little bounce. Sadraka, Sadraka, because there's a Dal and it has a sukoon on it. So we must do Qalqalah. We must do Qalqalah because there is a Dal, which is one of the 5 Qalqalah letters. It has a sukoon on it and it's within a word. So we do small Qalqalah. Sadraka, 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 Sadraka. Note, I'm pronouncing a bounce. I'm not pronouncing a fatha, dhamma or kasra on the Dal. I'm not saying Sadaraka or Saduraka or Sadiraka. I'm just bouncing it. Sadraka. Next we move on to medium Qalqalah. So this will be a bit more of a stronger bounce or echoing sound than in the Sadaraka. And why is that? That's because we have here, once again, we have a Dal. We have a Dal here, and it's at the end of a word. Remember, small Qalqalah is when the Qalqalah letter with a sukoon on it is within a word. Medium Qalqalah is when it's at the end of a word, and strong or big Qalqalah is when it's at the end of a word with a shadda. So this will be read as ahad, ahad, ahad. That's if we stop on it, ahad. But of course, if we were to carry on, it's ahadun, 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 because qalqalah only applies when the letter is sakina, when the letter has a sukoon on it. And the sukoon is this little mark that you can see here on top of this first dal. Sadraka, ahad. Can you notice in the small qalqalah I'm saying sadraka, in the medium one I'm saying ahad, it's stronger. And then we move on to the big qalqalah. In the big qalqalah example, we can see we have a jim here, and jim is one of the 5 qalqalah letters. It's at the end of a word and it has a shadda on it, so this is big qalqalah. So it will be read as wal hajj, wal hajj, wal hajj. Can you see it's very strong? So we've covered small qalqalah, sadraka, medium qalqalah, ahad, and then the big qalqalah, wal hajj. Small qalqalah is when one of the 5 qalqalah letters, qaf, ta, ba, jim or dal, have a sukoon on it within a word. Medium qalqalah is when one of these 5 qalqalah letters have a sukoon on it at the end of a word. And big qalqalah is when one of the 5 qalqalah letters are at the end of a word and have a shadda on it. So if we are stopping on it, we must do the big qalqalah, such as wal hajj. But of course, if we were continuing, we won't do qalqalah. Wal hajji, wal hajji. Now we'll move on to the next example. At'amahum, at'amahum. We have a ta, which is one of the 5 qalqalah letters. It has a sukoon on it and it's within a word, so it's small qalqalah, it's qalqalah sughra. At'amahum, at'amahum, at'amahum. Next we have as-samad, as-samad. As you can see, we have a dal at the end of the word, which is one of the qalqalah letters. It doesn't have a sukoon on it, so if I was continuing, I will say as-samadu. But because I'm stopping on it, I've put a sukoon on it, I must do qalqalah. As-samad, as-samad, as-samad. And next we move on to the big qalqalah. As you can see at the end of the word, there's a qaf, which is one of the qalqalah letters. So we have al-haqq if we stop on it. So once again we have al-haqq, al-haqq, al-haqq. So you should be able to hear the difference in the strength of the 3 qalqalahs. We have at'amahum. The qalqalah, the bounce is very small. Then we have as-samad, the bounce is bigger. And then we have al-haqq, the bounce was very strong. I held it and then I released it. Al-haqq. In the next example, we can see al-abtaru. There's a ba within a word with a sukoon on it. So we do small qalqalah. Al-abtaru, al-abtaru, al-abtaru. And in the next word, hasada, we have a dal at the end of a word. If we were to stop on it, we will make it sakina. So it will be hasad, hasad, hasad. But of course, if we don't stop on it, then it will be hasada, hasada, hasada. Remember, qalqalah is not fatha, dhamma, kasra. Hasad is qalqalah. Hasada is fatha. Da, 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 da. 2 different things. Now we move on to the last example, which is watabba. If we are continuing, we will read it as watabba, watabba, watabba. But if we stop, then you can see that there is a ba at the end, which is one of the 5 qalqalah letters. It's at the end of a word, so if we stop on it, it is watab, watab, وتب. So we have الأبتر حسد وتب. Now we will have a look by reciting the Glorious Qur'an. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. وتب. Here we have Qalqalah Kubra. We have the big Qalqalah because there is a Qalqalah letter at the end of a word. I've stopped on it and it has a shadda. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. كسب. Now we have Qalqalah Wusta. We have the medium Qalqalah because there is a Qalqalah letter at the end of a word and I've stopped on it. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. لهب. ب. Once again we have a Qalqalah letter at the end of a word and I've stopped on it. It doesn't have a shadda, so it's medium Qalqalah, it's Wusta. وامرأته حمالة الحطب. 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 Once again medium Qalqalah. في جيدها حبل من مسد. Here we have two. حبل. We have Qalqalah صغرى, small Qalqalah, because we have a ba within a word with a sukoon on it. في جيدها حبل من مسد. 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 We have a dal, one of the Qalqalah letters, at the end of a word without a shadda. So it is Qalqalah Wusta, medium Qalqalah. So to recap, whenever one of the 5 Qalqalah letters, Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim or Dal, have a sukoon on them, either due to stopping on a letter and making it sakin because we've stopped on it, or because it already has a sukoon on it. Now we mentioned that we have 3 levels of Qalqalah. We have small, which is within a word. We have medium, which is at the end of a word. And we have large, which is at the end with shadda. And the easy way to remember the Qalqalah letters is through the phrase قطب. قطب جد. Tajweed is something that needs to be studied face to face, so please find a face-to-face teacher. Use these videos to supplement your studies. Practice, 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 repeat, repeat, repeat. Gradually implement the rules as you learn them. And with that, we'll end this lesson, inshallah. I hope you've taken benefit from it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and to share this with your friends and family. Share the gift of learning to read the Quran with them. Inshallah, you will get reward, I will get reward, and they will get reward. Let's all share the rewards together. But with that, take care, and I'll see you on the other side, inshallah. Ma'as salama. Take care.